Hello everyone, welcome to the Struggles for week of November 28th to today, December 5th. No, sorry, today's the 4th, December 4th. Blah. Anyway, I really not much exciting things have happened or anything like that. It's been a normal week. I've done everything I was gonna do. Probably a few things. I've been finding my Instagram has been lacking lately. I just haven't really done anything story worthy. I mean, I'm not gonna just arbitrarily make stories for the sake of making stories. I don't like doing that. I try not to. It is what it is. Not every second of life's gonna be like a crazy, noteworthy moment. I still don't have the equipment to document everything I'm doing as I'm doing it. Obviously, I don't want to document every single aspect of every single thing because who cares? I'm trying to get like maybe a structure of a Cole's Notes version of my week. That's what I'm trying to do, and more videos of that nature. Sorry. I was almost not going to make this video, but I said just to stick to trying to stay consistent, I'll make it just for the sake of like delivering on my schedule. Struggles. So, not related to anything, but I kind of had this. I have two passions of mine that are not really directly related to anything that has to do with money or wealth or success, or maybe they are indirectly related. I don't know. One is music, specifically playing the piano. Two is drawing. Both of these things, when I was younger, I used to do a lot. Drawing, I used to take it upon myself to draw all the time. And piano, I took piano lessons only for a year, but I would always dabble on the piano here and there. I'm not great, I'm not very good at the piano or drawing, but I still enjoy doing those things. This week, I've been going to my parents' house a lot because they have my keyboard they had my keyboard for some reason. My dad said he was like messing around on it, and I'm like, okay, fine, I'll just come over when I want to play it. Anyway, so I've been going there almost every day and practicing the piano because I have this, I don't know, revelation that I enjoy it. So the struggle and like an example, I noticed one thing I always lacked was keeping tempo, consistent tempo, not just counting. Like the way I would count tempo, for those of you who don't know, tempo is the time, staying in the proper time, rhythm. The way I would count tempo when I was practicing I would slow down the counting as like my eye would slow down playing, so that I would stay in the bars. And that's a terrible habit. So this past week, first of all, this is like something I haven't played the piano in like over a year. And then this past week I said, you know what, all of a sudden I have this thing. So I looked up some practice exercises, first of all, to strengthen the fingers. Look at that, look at that. Woo, not that great, but whatever. And I was doing one, and I'm like, it was always sounding rushed. So I put the metronome on the thing. The metronome was the real metronome was like the thing that goes, but the keyboard has an electrical one that goes ding, dong, 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 ding, dong, dong, dong. Yes, it does make that dinging sound on the downbeat, the first beat. So I put the metronome on, and I noticed every single time I would do one of these different patterns, I was always either getting ahead of it or falling behind of and the notes weren't hitting on that. So I started doing 60 beats per minute. 60 beats per minute on this one pattern for the left hand that goes etc. And it strengthens these three fingers. These three. And whatever. Anyway, so started at 60 beats per minute, which is literally 1 second. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And trying to do that, it's not difficult to do it. Was difficult for me to stay. I had a habit of these fingers would rush ahead of the tempo. So it was more of a discipline of sticking to the time. etc. It took me a week and many hours, but I finally managed to do that at 60 beats per minute. Then I upped it. Today I upped it to 10, to 80, 90, 100. I kept going up. As soon as I got that one tempo, I was able to apply it to any tempo after that. It was more the discipline of stopping the fingers from rushing ahead. That was my problem. Not the actual keeping of the time, but these fingers would try to do they would try to act on their own, basically. So I managed to do every single tempo in increments, like up to 255 beats per minute, which is I maxed out the metronome, the electronic one, doing that pattern. Why am I explaining all this? Does it have anything directly related to anything of my channel? Yes. Indirectly, sorry, it does indirectly, but not directly. I was determined to master a technique or a skill. I thought it was going to take much longer, actually. But I did it. Again, I sat there and I had it in my head, I'm going to learn how to do this exercise, because it's very important that for the rest of piano. These are the two lessons. One is the persistence, the determination that I really wanted to learn this technique. The second thing is, this is a skill that is not, like, I wasn't playing a song, I was playing a little pattern. But now, my fingers are trained, and still need to be trained moving forward, but have the basic training to apply this to songs. And like, this is something that you gotta keep working on over and over and over and over again. But the repetition, the practice, the determination, the not giving up when it was getting frustrating, the belief that I could do it, all those came together and took a week or so where I went almost every day to my parents' house for an hour or two each time. And then I did it. Now, am I a master all of a sudden? No. I gotta keep going and keep improving and keep learning. Lesson learned of this week is whatever skill, whatever ability, whatever craft, whatever talent, etc. If you are really determined to learn it, then you will learn it. Those who give up because I can't, I don't know, I'm not it, whatever excuse, you're not that determined, and that's the bottom line. If you're forcing yourself against your own mental will, if you're forcing yourself, you don't want it bad enough. And that's the bottom line. And that's all I'm going to leave it at. Anytime you're discouraged, that means you're not worthy. You're not a great one. If something discourages you to the point of giving up, you're not meant to be great. So you got to reflect on that and ask yourself the question, whenever you're feeling discouraged, am I going to be great? Is this me, the way I'm thinking right now? Is that how a great person of greatness would think? Done. That's my reflection of the week. November 28th to December 4th. Not much has happened that's noteworthy, but that was an exciting high point for me for the past week. That's all. Please subscribe. Please comment. Please like if you like. If you don't, comment and tell me what I could do better. Thanks for watching. Let's keep growing together.